Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our podcast of Heel and Spiel with J&J. I'm James Jacoby, and we are doing a pay-per-view review for New Japan Pro Wrestling's Music City Mayhem in Nashville, Tennessee. So with that being said, let's get it started. So our first match is a six-man tag team match consists of Fred Yehi, Shota Umino, Yuya Imura versus Kevin Knight, Ren Narita, and the DKC. What a match. What a way to start the pay-per-view with the young lions and great independent pro wrestling talents around the globe, and of course Simon New Japan Pro Wrestling. So the winners are Fred Yehi, Shota Umino, and Yuya Imura. Great match on a scale of 1 through 5 stars. I give it a 4 stars because my picks were Kevin Knight, Ren Narita, and the DKC. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles, and we keep moving forward with the pay-per-view. Next, our second match is going to consist of the Forbidden Doors open again with the MLW National Openweight Championship match that consists of the MLW National Openweight Champion Davey Richards representing Major League Wrestling versus New Japan Pro Wrestling Rocky Romero, Roppongi 3K, and Chaos. And this match was classic right here. It is, one of my favorite matches of the card. And it is a 4 out of 5 stars because, actually I take that back, it's a 5 out of 5 stars because I wanted Davey Richards to retain the title and he did that. A classic technical wrestling match. So Davey Richards, congrats. Rocky Romero came up short, but he put on a great effort. So 5 stars on this match. The next match we have is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Championship match. Fred Rosser, the defending New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Champion, versus Big Damo, or also known as Killian Dane. And this match was straight on a technical wrestling match, a hard, strong style match. And I tell you one thing, I enjoyed this match. So, Fred Rosser was your winner, and wow, those two showed us why, WWE dropped the ball on those two, and Fred Rosser came up with the win. Scale 1 through 5. A 4 out of 5 match. 4 out of 5 stars because I thought Big Dan was gonna win, but Fred Rosser, great to see you thriving outside of the WWE bubble, and you're killing it in New Japan. Keep on doing your thing, man. I support you no matter what in the world of New Japan Pro Wrestling and in the world of indie pro wrestling. So, Big Damo was my pick. But again, he came short, but great match. Our next match is... this one was a good match. Himuro Takahashi of Los Ingobernables versus Blake Christian. My gosh, this match was great. It was a freaking 5 out of 5 stars because it showed us that, New Japan also cares about the technical style, the strong style, and the lucha style of pro wrestling. And 5 out of 5 stars, I honestly say that my pick was right on this one because I picked Himuro Takahashi of Los Ingobernables, and Blake Christian gave his best and he was cut open in that match. So both men have my love and respect. So good job. And good job, Los Ingobernables. Good job, Blake Christian, for giving us a great 5-star match right there as well. Now, our next match is another 6-man tag team match, and this is my second favorite match on the card. It is FTR, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, and Alex Zane versus United Empire's TJP and Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis. Wow, this match was great. It showed us why tag team wrestling is always great in New Japan and in the Indies because they care about our sport. They care about tag team wrestling, and tag team wrestling is back. And FTR proved it. But they came up short. United Empire came up with the win, and it was a strong, stiff, hardcore. Well, not hardcore, but a strong, stiff wrestling match. So Aussie Open and TJP, United Empire, won. So on a scale of 1 through 5 stars, I gave it a 5 because that was my pick. United Empire is to win this. FTR, again, they are the team that's collecting all the belts. Team belt collector right there. So, congratulations to all participants in this match. And United Empire, great job. Our next match is going to be... another great classic technical wrestling match. This is my third favorite match on the card, which is Time Splitter Kushida versus Motor City Machine Gun and the king of indie pro wrestling, Alex Shelley. Wow, this match was, oh my gosh, had all the stuff I want in pro wrestling. Great storytelling, great, styles, makes fights, and that's what I saw. And these two are great pro wrestlers. They were a tag team in Impact. They were opponents tonight on Music City Mayhem for New Japan's pay-per-view on Fight TV. And honestly, if it gave me goosebumps, honestly. And I had to give it a solid 4 out of 5. Because the match was great, but the only thing I didn't like, it came up to a time limit draw. And that's what all the time limit goes to, is 20 minutes. And if I had to pick one, I had to say I had to go with Alex Shelley in this one because, I grew up with Motor City Machine Guns and Impact, and I remember seeing Kushida in 2016 when I first heard about New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor when it was hot, and he was great, and absolutely he was a great pro wrestler, and these two came together again in this pay-per-view, and Alex Shelley was my pick, and it was just a draw, and I hope these two come back to face each other in either Impact or GCW, again in New Japan right here, or wherever, because they just completely stole the show right there. My third favorite match right there. Our next match, so for a solid 4 out of 5, Kushida versus Alex Shelley. Our next match is a main event, no disqualification match. The defending and reigning AEW World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley versus Suzuki Gun's El Desperado. And this match was a crazy, awesome, freaking badass match right here. Excuse my language. But, wow, man. We just see different ways that this match can be. How can this match go? So, I had to give this a solid 5. Because you know why? It shows deathmatch wrestling can happen in New Japan. And also, tip your hat off to El Desperado. He didn't tap. He didn't say I quit. No, Moxley put him to sleep with the submission hold. And I tell you one thing: there was a lot of furniture, a lot of weapons used. They used like a cardboard glued half-cut soda cans on a cardboard. And I'm like, what the heck? I haven't seen that before. Cardboard, barbed wire. We see tables everywhere, chairs everywhere, anything but the kitchen sink, or anything you can think of. But this match was fun to watch. And with your winner, Jon Moxley, putting El Desperado to sleep with a submission. So, on a scale of 1 through 5 on this match, is hardcore, no disqualification, no time limit match, I give it a solid 5-star, because, again, it showed Moxley's versatile in his wrestling. This is why he's AEW World Champion. This is why William Regal wants to be the manager of the BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club. And Moxley's, the reason why him, Danielson, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio are gonna completely own the wrestling world with their passion, their effort, their drive, everything that shows you in the world of pro wrestling. And Jon Moxley, great job. El Desperado, great effort, but Moxley came up with the win. And with that being said, that's the last match. And how would I rate this pay-per-view 1 through 10? I had to give it a solid 8.5 because I just wish the Alex Shelley versus Kushida match was longer, and it didn't go to time limit draw. I chanted 5 more minutes, heck, even 10 more minutes, or heck, go another hour, please, because I want to see more pro wrestling at its best. And I believe New Japan, the Indies, bring it every time. So I enjoyed this pay-per-view. Thank you so much for listening to our pay-per-view review of New Japan's Music City Mayhem in Nashville, Tennessee.